Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. We got some 1961 New York Yankees baseball. You got the Yankees traveling out to California to take on the Los Angeles Angels out in the LA Wrigley. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Yankees. Leading off, playing second base, Bobby Richardson. Batting second, playing thirds, Billy Gardner. Batting third, playing right field, Roger Maris. Batting fourth, playing center field's Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth, playing first base is Bill Skowron. Batting sixth, playing left field is Yogi Berra. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Elston Howard. Batting eighth, playing shortstop today is Clint Boyer. Batting ninth, doing the pitching is Bill Stafford. Let's take a look at the Los Angeles hometown starting lineup. We got leading off, playing right field is Al Pearson. Batting second, playing shortstop is Joe Kopp. Batting third, playing first base is Lee Thomas. Batting fourth, playing left field is Leon Wagner. Batting fifth, playing center field is Ken Hunt. Batting seventh, doing the catching is Earl Avery. Batting seventh, playing third base is George Thomas. Batting eighth, playing second base is Billy Moran. And doing the pitch and batting ninth is Ken McBRIDE. Let's get down here to California and get this game started, folks. And like I say, on the mound for the Angels is Ken McBRIDE. He comes in with a 4.34 ERA. He's 12-10. He's starting 28 games. He's got 8 complete games. And first up is Bobby Richardson. And everybody knows Bobby is smoking hot right now. He's gotten his batting average up to 264. 3 home runs, 49 RBIs. Let's see if he can get this started for the Yankees here, folks. And he sure does. He squares this ball up. And that ball is blasted into right field. It bounces off the wall. Bobby Richardson starts this game off with a lead-off double, folks. So Bobby down at second. Nobody out for Billy Gardner. Billy's hitting 261, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. Can he pick up one here, folks? And that's going to be popped up in the foul territory along the third baseline near the dugout. And George is going to make the play down at third. That'll be out number 1. Bobby stays at second. Here comes the big boys. Rogers batting 263 with his 50 home runs and 100 RBIs. Can he give these LA fans something to watch here? Hit his 51st home run of the year. And no, that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. And that's going to be caught by the second baseman. That'll be out number 2, folks. So it's up to Mick now. Can Mick drive in that run? Don't want to waste a leadoff double. Mick's just batting under 300 with 41 home runs on the year, folks, and 122 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Mick. And that's going to be a base on balls. Mick trots down the first. And that brings up the Moose. And the Moose has delivered many a times in this situation, folks. Batting 280, 34 home runs, 113 RBIs. Here's the pitch to the Moose. And not this time, folks. That ball is hit down the second rather, over the second. And that'll end the inning, and the Yankees leave 2 on. And we go to the bottom of the first. New York, nothing. Angels coming to bat. We got Bill Stafford on the mound for the Yankees with a 2.17 ERA. He's 17-2, folks. And this is his 17th start. He's got 7 complete games. He'll have Pearson, Kopp, and Thomas due up. That's Lee Thomas. And Pearson's batting 322 on the year, folks, with 6 home runs, 34 RBIs. And he starts this game off with a base on balls. So the Angels get the leadoff runner aboard with nobody out. Here comes Kopp. Joe's batting 254, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop up on the infield. No, it's not. It's going to be a swing and a miss. Nice job by Bill. One down here. That brings up Lee Thomas. Lee's batting .268, 11 home runs, 42 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Only play for Gardner is going to be over the first. So Pearson will get down the second, but now there's 2 outs. Wags up, Wagner. And Leo's batting .276, 17 home runs, 57 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is hit out near the flagpole in center field. Nothing Mick can do about that. And the Angels cash in and take a 2-0 lead here. Hey, Bernie. Oh, not a problem, Bernie. You have a good afternoon, man. All righty. That brings up Ken Hunt, batting .251, 14 home runs, 60 RBIs. And he comes back and gets a ground ball down to Gardner. That'll end the inning, but the Angels scored 2 on the 2-run homer by Wagner and take a 2-0 lead into the second. You got Barra, Howard, and Boyer due up here. Yogi hitting .322. Here's the pitch to Yogi. And that's going to be a ground ball down the comp at short for out number 1. That brings up Mr. Elston Howard, batting .236 on the year, 11 home runs, 52 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Howard goes the other way, gets on base here, brings the tying run up to the plate. The former Clint Boyer. See if Boyer can deliver here, batting .240, 10 home runs, 46 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Wagner's got that. That'll be 2 down now. And we go to Bill Stafford. Can help his own calls here, folks. And Bill's hitting .261 on the year. And he's got 8 RBIs. Let's see if Bill can help himself out with 2 outs here. And no, that's going to be a fly ball out to Pearson and left. And again, the Yankees leave a runner on. We get to the bottom of the second. It's still 2-0 Angels. We got Averill, George Thomas, and Marone due up here. Earl's batting .211, 9 home runs, 37 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Billy Gardner. That'll be out number 1 here in the second. Brings up George Thomas. He's batting .302 with 5 home runs, 20 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. And he comes back and drives that 0-1 pitch down the first baseline, folks. It hits into fair territory. And George is standing down at second with a double. And 1 out here for Billy Moran. See if the Yankees can get out of it this time. Billy's hitting .234, 4 home runs, 22 RBIs. And he squares this one up. And he drives that ball into the gap and left field. And that's going to score George from second. We got a 3-0 lead all of a sudden here, folks. On a nice double by Billy. And still a guy down at second with 1 out. Here comes McBRIDE up. They're going to let him swing away. They're not going to try to bunt him down the third. McBride's batting .141, 8 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Yogi Berra. He's got room out there, makes the catch. Billy will stay put at second. Now there's 2 outs and we're back to the top of the order. And Pearson, he singled and walked and scored his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Mick. That'll end the inning. But the Angels score another run, folks, and take a 3-0 lead. We go to the top of the third. It's Richardson, Gardner, and Maris due up. Bobby doubled his first time up. Let's see if he can get on base again, folks. Not this time. That's popped up behind home plate. That'll be out number 1. That brings up Billy Gardner now. Gardner, he grounded out, if I remember, popped up rather, first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. 2 up and 2 down. It's up to Roger now to get something started here in the third. Let's see if Roger can get aboard here. He's popped up the second, his first time up. And he drives this ball in the center field. And nice play by Ken Hunt. Robs Roger of a base hit. And that'll do it for the Yanks. 1, 2, 3. And we go to the bottom of the third. Cope, Lee Thomas, and Wagner due up here for the Angels. Joe struck out his first time up. And that'll be a swing and a miss, strike 1. And that'll be a fly ball in the right field. Roger Maris has got that for out number 1. Here comes Lee Thomas up now. Excuse me, he grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be another fly ball out the right. 2 fly balls and 2 outs. Here comes Wagner, who homered his first time up to give the Angels a 2-0 lead. Here's the pitch to Leo. And he comes back and strikes him out this time, folks. So the Angels go down 1, 2, 3. We get to the top of the fourth. It's still 3-0. We got Mantle, Scowen, and Barrett up. Mick walked his first time up. Let's see if he can get on base again here, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first, back to the pitcher, rather, over the first. And Mick's retired. Route number 1. Matter of fact, sorry about that. That's a swing and a miss. Struck the Mick out. Get that right. He's got the X factor out there. So Mick strikes out. So now there's 1 out for Moose up. Let's see if Moose can get on base here, folks. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. He cuts this lead to 3-1, folks. Just like that. The Moose with a brings up Logie. Grounded out to short his first time up. And that's going to be hit down the short again. Easy play for Comp. And that'll be 2 outs now. That brings up Mr. Howard, who singled his first time up. See if Elston can get on base again here, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Billy at second. That'll end the inning, but the Yankees get on the scoreboard with the Scowen home run. And it's a 3-1 ball game as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Hunt, Averill, and George Thomas due up. Ken grounded out the third his first time up. And that'll be a single in the left. Lead runner aboard after just getting that run in. Don't want to give up another one here. That brings up Earl now with a runner down at first. Nobody out. He grounded out the third. Yankees like to see another ground ball here. And that's what they get. That ball is hit back to the mound. He's going to spin, fire down the second. He'll get the lead runner, but won't be able to turn 2. Earl will be down at first now for George Thomas. So 1 out and runner on third. George, he doubled his first time up. And that's going to be hit down the third. Can they turn 2 on this one, folks? And Billy's up with it. He's going to fire down the second. Bobby's not even going to make a throw. But they get the lead runner, and now there's 2 outs. Yeah, Ken. Yeah. It was, of course, you gained an hour, Ken. So got to see 1 o'clock twice. Yeah, got to see the 1 o'clock hour twice. All righty, he got Billy up. He doubled his last time up and drove in a run. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Angels leave 1 on. We go to the top of the 5th. At the bottom part of the order due up here for the Yanks. Boyer, Stafford, in the back to Bobby Richardson. The Yankees get some runs here in the 5th, cut this lead down. Boyer's 0 for 1, flew out the left. And that's going to be an easy ground ball down the short. And Boyer's out of there. That brings up Bill Stafford. And let's see if Bill can help his own cause. He flew out the right his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to McBRIDE. He tosses it over to first. That's 2 up and 2 down. It's up to Bobby Richardson to keep this 5th inning alive, folks. And Bobby's 1 for 2 with the double. Popped out behind home plate the last time up. That's going to be a lazy fly in the center field. Hunt has it, and the Yankees go down 1, 2, 3. That's good. I hear you. Sure. Well, we got McBRIDE due up, then back to the top of the order. Pearson and Kopp here in the 5th. McBRIDE flew out the left his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the scouring. He'll take it himself. That'll be out number 1. And that brings up Pearson now. And he walked his first time up and then flew out the mick. And that's going to be another ground ball down the scouring. 2 ground balls the first, 2 outs. And here comes Joe Kopp. He's 0 for 2 today. And he's going to be 0 for 3. And that's another swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the 4th strikeout by Stafford. We go to the top of the 6th. Angels still with a 3-1 lead. We got Gardner, Maris, and Mantle due up here against McBRIDE. Billy's 0 for 2. Can he get on base for the big boys? And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. And Billy down at second calls for it, makes the catch, and that'll be out number 1. Here comes the M&M boys now. Roger is 0 for 2. Popped up and flew out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Billy. 2 outs now. It's up to Mick. And Mick keep this 6th inning going. Mick walked his first time up. Then he struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. And the Yankees go down in order. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Lead time is Wagner and Hunt due up. Lee's 0 for 2. And that's not what the Yankees wanted. That's a ground ball down to Gardner. And he messes that one up, folks. That's going to be an E5. Don't want to give these teams extra outs. Yeah, it was a great chat, Ken. Yeah, exactly. Yep, I agree with you, bud. Yep, it was. Like you say, you don't always have to agree, that's for sure. Let's see if the Yankees can get a ground ball off of Wagner. He did hit that 2-run homer his first time up, struck out his last time. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Roger. He's got room out there for out number 1. Here's Ken Hunt up now. Ken is 1 for 2, singled his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Yogi. So 2 fly balls to the left and right, 2 outs. That brings up Earl here. Let's see what Earl, he is 0 for 2 today. And he's going to stay 0 for 2. That's a ground ball down to Billy Gardner. He doesn't mess this one up, folks. He'll fire across the diamond to get Earl. We go to the top of the 7th. The Yankees are down by 2. We got Scouring, Barra, and Howard up. Moose homered his last time up. What does he do this time, folks? And that's going to be a base on balls. McBRIDE don't want nothing to do with him. That brings the tying run to the plate in the form of Yogi Berra. Can Mr. Clutch come through here, folks? Here's the pitch to Yogi. He's 0 for 2. Grounded out the short both times up. Not this time, folks. That's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. That'll get Moose in the scoring position with 1 out, though. Beatles is here. We got a runner down at 2nd now for Howard. Let's see if Howard can drive in this run, folks. He's 1 for 2, singled and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. That's going to be deep enough to get scouring over to third, though. So now we got a runner on third and 2 outs. It's up to Boyer here to get this run in. Be nice. Cut it to a 1-run lead. One swing in the back and tie it up. Bernie's back. Says it's halftime. And here's the pitch to Boyer. He's 0 for 2. And he's going to be 0 for 3, folks, as that's going to be a line drive right back to the mound. McBRIDE catches that in self-defense, and Boyer's shaking his head. Thought he had an RBI single, but man. We go to the 7th inning stretch. We got Thomas, Billy, and McBRIDE in the ride due up. George is 1 for 2 with a double. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Bill's due up the lead off the 8th. I'd like for him to keep the door closed here and keep it a 2-run game. Here's Billy up now. He's doubled in a run today. Struck out his other time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 5 strikeouts on the day for Bill. And they're going to keep McBRIDE in the game. They don't got much of a bullpen, folks. So Ken's going to stay in. He's going to try to bunt George down in the scoring position for Pearson. So here's the pitch to McBRIDE. And that's a foul ball, strike 1. And that's going to be a poorly bunted ball, I think. Hold on. No, that's not bad. That's bunted down the third. Gardner's up with it. He's going to fire over the first. Moose is over there to take the throw. And that'll be out number 2. The runner down at second now with 2 outs. And Pearson's up. And Pearson's 0 for 2 with a walk. And runner ain't going to try to steal third. George isn't trying to steal third. I don't think. Let's see. How many stolen bases does George have on the year? He had 3 stolen bases. He ain't trying to steal. That ain't happening. We're not going to be crazy here. Alrighty, so that's going to be 1 strike on Pearson. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be ball 4, though. Comes back and works out a walk. First and second now with 2 outs. Oh, exactly. I agree with you, Bernie. I think it was a great time. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Ken? Yep. I think it's a damn good pitcher. Yeah, exactly, Beatles. All righty, we got Joe Comp up. He struck out twice and flew out the right. Can Bill get out of this inning and keep it a 2-run game, folks? And yes, he can. That ball's going to be hit down the short. And Boyer's going to go to easy way the second, so they get out of the mess with nobody scoring. We go to the top of the 8th. We'll have a pitch hitter for Stafford, then the top of the order here for the Yanks. See, he's going to come off the bench here and pitch hit. And do we want to use Blanchard right away? I think we're going to go with Quebec. Get Quebec in there, see if we can get some runners aboard here. We'll save Blanchard for later when there's somebody on. Yeah, it was nice to see MV back on. So Quebec's going to come up here to the bat. There's Tony. So let's see if Tony can get aboard here. Start this 8th inning out and get some runners on. He's batting .282 on the year, folks, with 6 home runs, 48 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. McBride's up with it. He's going to toss it over to first, and that'll be the first out here in the ninth. So 1 out, and we're back to the top of the order, and Bobby Richardson. He starts this game off with a double, folks. Can he do something here in the ninth? Here's the pitch to Bobby, and that's going to be a fly ball in the right field, and that's 2 outs. Like to at least get 1 run here in the 8th. Make it a little easier in the 9th. Here's Gardner. He's 0 for 3. And that's going to be 0 for 4. You see, he pops this straight up the chute. And Gardner's out of there. It's a 1-2-3 inning. And we got lefty, lefty, righty due up. So I think Al Downing's going to come out of the pen. And he is. Al Downing, the lefty's coming out of the bullpen here in the 8th, trying to keep it a 2-run game. What we could do here, and we might, Quebec's going to stay in the game. That's what we're going to do. Tony's going to stay in the game, and Gardner's going to come out of the game, and Downey will bat in the second hole. So Al's going to bat in the second hole. Boyer's going to make it over to third. Put Boyer at third. And put Tony at shortstop. All righty. And like I say, you got Thomas, Wagner, and Hunt. Lee's 0 for 3 today. He reached on an error last time up, and that's not good. That's a base hit in the center field. Downing gives up a leadoff single here in the 8th. Like I say, need to keep this a 2-run game. Here is Mr. Wagner up now. He's 1 for 3 with that home run, folks. And that's going to be a big swing and a miss, strike 3. Big out there by Downey. 1 down. Can they get the double play and get out of this mess, folks? Here's Ken Hunt. He's 1 for 3 today. And that's going to be another swing and a miss, strike 3. Al Downing is delivering, man. Here comes Earl. Earl is 0 for 3. Grounded out to third and reached on a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Mick gets to it. But that's going to end up with a runner on third, first and third now, folks. And 2 outs. And that brings up George Thomas. Do we want to bring in a righty to face George? You got 2 righties due up after that. I think that's what the Yankees are going to do. They're going to bring in, old Text here. I think. Let's see here. Yeah, I think they're bringing Text in. The pitch to the righty. Try to keep this a 2-run game. Al did a decent job, but we want to keep this a 2-run game, folks. So in comes Tex. Pitch to the 2 righties coming up. Hopefully I need to pitch to 1 righty here. All righty. George is 2 for 3 on the day, folks, with a double and scored once. And I put him in the wrong spot. God darn it. Go back here. Redo. We got the pitcher batting in the 2 hole. I put him in the 9 hole. All right, Bernie, you have a good one, bud. Okay, first and third, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Tex. And it didn't pan out, I don't think, folks. Yeah, it did. Nice play by Mick. Robs George of a hit out there, folks. Way to go. Mickey Mantle saves some runs from scoring there. And we go to the top of the ninth. And it is 3-1. We got the big boys due up here in the ninth. You got Maris, Mantle, and Scourin. So that's who you want up here. Rogers 0 for 3 against McBRIDE. Popped up, flew out, and grounded out. And that's going to be a error on McBRIDE. He drills that ball back to the mound. McBRIDE knocks it down, has problems picking it up, and Rogers standing down at first with an error. Can the Yankees make them pay for this, folks? Here's the Mick. He's 0 for 2. He's walked, struck out, and flew out. Can Mick tie this game up with one swing of the bat? And no, he's not going to tie it up, but that is going to be a base hit in the center field. Rogers going to be rounding second, headed for third. So we got first and third here. And let's see here. That'll bring, well, that didn't work out. We want Roger down at third. Redo this. And that's probably going to be it by McBRIDE. So we got a single in the left. I think it was a single in the left. Single in the right. Single in the right field. And that makes first and third. And see who the Angels are going to go to in the bullpen. I don't know. This is the first game. I don't know who's pitched lately for them. And it looks like they're going to bring on Tom Morgan, the righty's going to come in to pitch. Oh, what's going on here? They're going to go with, they're going to go with Art. They're going to go with Art instead of Morgan. So Art Fowler is going to come in here the pitch. And that'll be it for McBRIDE. So Art's going to come in. We got second and third now. Now we got first and third. What am I talking about? First and third. We'll get this right. Sorry about that, folks. And Roger still, God darn it, go back here. I didn't realize Roger's still down at second. Ain't that awful? All right. We got a single in the right. Runner on first. Goes 2 bases. Let's get this straight. Then we're going to bring Fowler in the pitch. There's Art. And on the 0-1 pitch, Mick's taking off for second. I don't know how smart this is, folks. He better make it. Here's the throw down from Earl. It's called strike 2. and mix in there with a stolen base. Now it's second and third and nobody out, but it's an 0-2 count on Scouring. Can Moose with an RBI hit here tie this game up, folks? Here's the pitch to the Moose, and that's going to be a fly ball in the center field, and the runners are going to advance. And that'll make it a 3-2 ball game. And a runner down at third now with one out. That will force the Angels to bring the infield in. And we got Yogi Berra up. Mr. Berra. See what he can do here, folks. He's 0 for 3. Grounded out the short twice and the third. Like I say, the Angels will have to bring the infield in. Don't want to give up the tie and run. Here's the pitch to Yogi. And that's going to be a drop fly ball by Cope. Mick will hold. So that's an E6. And Mick will hold down at third. And we got runners on the corners, folks. And the Angels' defense is imploding. So first and third, I knew that was going to happen. Darn it. I want Mick to hold down there. I had a feeling that wasn't going to work. Let's try it another way here. So we got the E6. Runner 1/3's going to hold. And that'll bring up Howard with first and third. And do we now, here is the question, do we bring in the lefty Johnny Blanchard or go with Howard? So that is the question. That is the question. I think we're going to let Howard hit. So here's the pitch to Howard. He's 1 for 3, folks. Can he drive in the tying run? And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Howard's out of there, folks. The Yankees are down to their last out. We got Clint Boyer up. Now do we got somebody that can play third? I don't think we do. Yeah, we do. Joe can come in and play third. So this is what we're going to do here. Blanchard's going to come up now to pitch hit for Boyer, and Joe will come in if need be. So here comes Blanchard up. 2 outs, runners on first and third. And here's Johnny. Let's see if he can come through with a big base hit here, folks. Blanchard's hitting .237 on the year with 18 home runs, 41 RBIs. And that ball is high, that ball is far, and that ball is back going, folks. Home run Johnny Blanchard comes through with that home run. Maybe he's going to start getting hot, folks. Take a look here at his stats after the game. I think he's finally starting to hit. 3-run homer, just what the Yankees needed. And it's all of a sudden a 5-3 ball game. Kubek's up now. Art Fowler's shaking his head already had this game. Here's Kubek 0 for 1 since coming into the game. See what Tony can do here, folks. And that's going to be popped up in the foul territory. Earl makes the catch. And that'll do it. But the Yankees score 4 in the top of the 9th and take a 5-3 lead. So we'll bring in Joe to play third. And we'll bring in and we'll do it that way too. So we'll bring Luis in to get the try for the save. And Joe will come in the game and he'll bat in the 2-hole in case this game goes into extra innings. A lot of moving parts here, folks. Give me a second here. So Luis will come in and bat in the 8 hole. And we'll go to the bench, bring Joe into the 2 slot, and he'll play third. Alrighty, let's see if Luis can get his 32nd save of the year, folks. We got Billy, a pitch hitter for Fowler, and Pearson due up here in the bottom of the 9th. Yeah, exactly, Ken. It worked out good, didn't it? I was thinking that old Howard was going to come through. Like I say, Blanchard with that 237 average, and Howard batting the way he was. I didn't want to take him out of the lineup. But boy, you're with 240 and not much power. I figured it was worth a shot there. So here we go. Billy's 1 for 3 today, folks, with a double and an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Roger Maris. Roger camps under it for out number 1. Now we'll have a pitch hitter here for Fowler. See who the Angels are going to bring out here. Get somebody on base. And I think it's going to be Blanco is going to come out. Yeah, that's who's going to come out. Old Steven's going to come out here to pitch hit for Art Fowler. I didn't see him. Where's he at here? Oh, at the top, Steve is. Didn't see him way up there. All righty, folks. So Steve's batting 295 on the year with 18 home runs, 53 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Steve. And he gets a hold of this one off of Luis. They're not going down without a fight. He drives that ball into the gap in right field with a stand-up double. And the Angels got a runner down at second with 1 out, and we're at the top of the order here in Pearson. They really ain't got nobody to go to on the bench. So Owls 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Here's the pitch from Luis. And that's going to be a base on balls. All of a sudden, folks, the winning run's coming to the plate. Tying runs at first and second with 1 out. The Angels fighting back. Luis not making it easy. Here's Joe Kopp, 0 for 4 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Dimitri's playing third now. He fires across the diamond to get that second out, but the runners move up. So the tying runs are in scoring position, folks. Second and third for Lee Thomas. And again, they really ain't got nobody to go to on the bench as far as a right-hander goes. So they're going to let Lee in the game. So here's the pitch to Lee Thomas. 2 outs, second and third. Blanco at third. Pearson at second. Here's the pitch from Luis. And that's going to be base on balls. Who fills the bases? Jeez, you Pete's, folks. The bases are juiced. Blanco, Pearson, Thomas, and now Wagner, who's homered in this game. He's 1 for 4 with a 2-run homer. Here's the pitch from Luis. And that's going to be a comebacker back to the mound. Matter of fact, that's a swing and a miss. He's got the Y. Luis makes it interesting, folks. Woo! And the Yankees have won and win 4-3. It wasn't easy. That's for sure. Let's take a look here at the box score. Well, first, let's take a look here at see if I can take a look at Blanchard. Go to the bench. I don't know. No, it's not going to show me. Alrighty. We'll have to look after the game. We'll go to the box score here first. Then look to see what Blanchard's been doing his last few games. Yeah, it was a great game, wasn't it, Beatles? I thought Luis was going to blow that one. Sure. The Yankees, 5 runs on 5 hits and an error. The Angels on 3 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. The big home run by Johnny Blanchard. Pitch hit, 3-run shot, folks. Gives the Yankees the win. They was 2 for 5 with runners on scoring position. They only left 4 men on. They didn't have many opportunities. Blanchard came through when they needed him. The bottom part of the order did the damage for the Angels. Old George Thomas, 2 for 4. Then, like I say, you had Wagner, 1 for 5 with that 2-run homer. They was 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position. They left 10 men on base. Bill goes 7 innings, gets a no decision, 5 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, struck out 5, and gave up the home run. Then the bullpen came in and did their job. Al Downing came in 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits, but he struck out 2. Tex comes in and pitches 1/3 of an inning to pick up the win. He goes to 3-3. And then Luis comes in and gets his 32nd save. It wasn't pretty. He gave up a hit, walked 2, but got that big strikeout at the end. Poor Ken McBRIDE. He pitched 8 nice innings, folks. Gave up 4 hits, 3 runs. Only 1 of them earned. That defense for the Angels is terrible. Walked 2, struck out 1, and gave up a home run. Same thing with Art. Art didn't pitch bad. Unfortunately, he picks up the loss. He's 3-3. He only gave up 1 hit. 2 of those runs off of that 3-run homer are unearned. He struck out 1, and like I say, gave up the long ball. Yeah, it was beautiful, I thought, Ken. Like I say, I love games like that. Let's do some fast play here, and then we'll check out some stats here with Blanchard. So we got the Senators traveling up to Boston to take on the Red Sox. See what Bernie's Red Sox can do here. And the Red Sox shut out the Senators. No runs on 4 hits and an error. The Senators 4 runs on 8 hits and an error. Then you got the Twins traveling up to Chicago to take on the White Sox. And the Twins take it to the Sox. 6 runs on 13 hits and no errors. And Chicago, 2 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. Then you got the Tigers traveling to Cleveland. And one of the favorite pitchers, Mudcat Grant, on the mound for the Indians. See what happens here in Cleveland. Can they help the Yankees out here? Old Mudcat. And no, the Tigers win on 5 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors. The Indians 3 runs on 12 hits and an error. And Norm Cash, he is smoking hot. He's on fire. 1 for 3 with 3 more RBIs, folks. Sure. Now you got the Orioles traveling out to Kansas City to take on the A's. See if they can keep up pace here. And the Orioles shut out the A's and blow them out. 7 runs on 11 hits and 1 error. The A's no runs on 3 hits and an error. Milt Pappas, nice job, Milt. We'll take a look here at the box score. Standings. And then, like I say, we'll check out Blanchard, see how he's been hitting in the last few games. Yankees still got a 9-game lead over the Tigers. Orioles are still 11 games back. The Twins are 14 games back. The White Sox are 18.5 games back. The Angels fall to 29.5 games back. The Tribe fall to 31.5 games back. Red Sox are 33 games back. Then the Senators 44, and the A's are 44.5 games back. Elston Howard still leading the league with a .335 average. Roger with his 50 home runs. And look at Norm Cash, 125 RBIs on the year. Mick's right behind him with 122. And then old Jim Gentile, he's right there with 121. Jim's still leading the league with a 2.11 ERA with his 19 wins. And Luis just picked up his 32nd save of the year, folks. And Mick's taking over the MVP voting over Norm Cash and Roger Maris. And Bill Stafford and Jim Bunning are tied for the Cy Young. Hey, Philip. So let's check out old Moose's stats here in the last few games. I think he's starting to heat up. Hey, Legends, how are you, bud? Check out Legends Sports Universe, Phil Reynolds' channel, Beatles Eternally. Check out his channel. And Bernard Strong's Sports Replay. Check out his channel. Like I say, last night we had a 6-hour talk over on Beatles channel. That was awesome, guys. Check that video out. So let's look at Mr. Blanchard. In his last few games. 1 for 1, 2 for 4, 1 for 3, 2 for 5, 0 for 3 there, and then 2 for 5. So in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, he's not doing bad with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 home runs in the last 6 games. I thought he was heating up. Yeah, 6 hours, Philip. It was a hell of a good time. Yep. The next game on the channel, Beatles, is going to be your Pirates against the Braves here. You got the Braves heading to Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. It'll be Bob Buell going up against Gibbon. It should be a good game. I'll probably do that later on this evening, Beatles. I'm going to go down here and watch this NASCAR race. It's the last race of the year. See who wins the championship. I'm a Ford man. I'm rooting for Ryan Blaney. See if he can come through. Alrighty, folks. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button on your way out. Let's go, Bucks. I hear you, buddy. On your way out, hit that bell and like and leave a comment. Y'all have a great day. Like I say, I'll probably be on sometime this evening, probably around 7 maybe. Until next time, y'all have a great day and take care.